This is me, Miss Charlie Pearl. For those who don't know me, I wanted to take a moment to introduce myself. I am a wife, a mother, a creative director, a small business owner, amongst many other things. And I'm also a HSP, a highly sensitive person, and an empath. And recently, I decided to embrace that part of my life and develop those traits into skills. And I felt a deep calling to connect with my intuition, and I decided to do that through learning tarot. So, tarot is something that is not completely new to me. I've been around tarot readers and readings for most of my life, but I probably only ever had maybe one or two tarot readings myself, and they were sort of just like by a friend for fun. And I was going through a dark time recently emotionally, and really just struggling with my sense of identity, with my sense of self, with reconnecting with my own body and my own mind. And after some deep prayer and meditation, I felt this really intense calling to buy a tarot deck. And a couple of other things were happening kind of all at the same time. The universe conspired to bring me to this realization that I need to connect with my intuitive abilities. I need to exercise the muscle of hearing my messages from the guides and God and my angels. And I just felt called to buy a tarot deck. So I did. But because it's something that is basically new to me, I am teaching myself how to read a tarot deck. And I wanted to invite you guys to join me on that journey. I found a couple of amazing tarot readers that I'm following along with these days. One of them is Gina Marie. I hope to eventually take some more in-depth education with her. And then in the meantime, I got myself a book. This is the Guided Tarot for Seamless Reading, a beginner's guide to card meaning, spreads, and intuitive exercises. And that in particular, the intuitive exercises, is something that seemed super interesting to me because I want to enhance this skill. I want to become more connected to my intuition, which I naturally have always had. But when you are someone who has not figured out how to manage your highly sensitive abilities, it gets really loud. It's really noisy. And I spent most of my life trying to quiet that down. I spent most of my life trying to put all of that on mute because there was just too much going on and I was overstimulated by it. So I am reframing my perspective. I am embracing this part of myself that I do believe is a gift. And yeah, I'm excited to share with you guys. I'm excited to go on this journey. I really feel like it will help me connect more deeply with myself, and hopefully not only will I be able to learn how to do tarot readings for myself so that I can get a little bit of insight into what messages my guides and God and the angels are trying to give me, but I would love to be able to share with the collective and hopefully interpret some messages that maybe would be meaningful and helpful to someone else. So stick around if you want to come along on this journey with me. I wanted to give you a brief overview of some of the things that I'm going to be sharing, that I'm planning to share on my journey as I begin learning tarot. I definitely want to eventually cover the history of tarot, a little bit about what it can mean to you, and how to interpret tarot messages. I will probably cover like how to pick a deck, how to cleanse a deck, how to prepare for a reading, some basic things like that. Also, the deck itself, it's split into two different categories, the major arcana and the minor arcana, and then there are many cards, and don't even quote me, see, I'm so new, I think it's like 73 cards. I probably shouldn't even be guessing. I'm like, let me look it up really quick. But we are going to get there, okay? We are going to learn together. Yeah, so I want to cover all of that, but I'm going to take my time getting to know it better myself before I come on here and try to teach anybody else. In the meantime, I am probably going to be focusing on two different kinds of exercises. One is called What Do You See? And it's an intuitive exercise, and basically you shuffle and you pull a card. You don't ask a question, you just lay the card down and you intuitively interpret what the card represents or means based off of the imagery. And you can journal all of that, and then afterward you can go back and you can look up what the meaning of the card was, the traditional meaning of the card, and it gives you an idea of like how connected you are with your intuition based off of how accurate your interpretation was. But the major thing to keep in mind is that a huge part of tarot is the reader's interpretation of the card. So there is no right or wrong way to interpret a card, and there is definitely no right or wrong way to do a tarot reading. So I love this exercise because so far for me it's been really enlightening, because not to brag, but your girl's interpretation of the cards when I'm completely unfamiliar with them is eerily on point for the most part so far. So I'm going to be sharing those What Do You See exercises with you. And then the other one is a daily card reading. So, you clear your mind, you clear your space, you shuffle your deck, you ask a simple question like, what do I need to know today? Or what are some insights that will help me deal with the day? And then you simply draw one card and you interpret that card for yourself. So that's where we're going to start. And definitely feel free to drop any questions you might have down in the comments, because I love to answer questions. I would love to know if maybe someone has a question that I've never even thought of, because hopefully it will help me expand and grow and learn faster. And in the meantime, keep an eye out for that, because I am going to start uploading daily videos of the What Do You See and the daily card readings, just to get the ball rolling. Yeah, so thank you again for joining me. I love you all. Blessings.